If you don't believe I was, then you should seek the proof. And the scary thing is that none of this stuff is hidden, but I probably end up being punished for what I'm spitting. All we are is subjects and our leader is a king. They say seeing is believing, so I don't believe a thing, cause all I see is lies that the corporate media brings. So I listen, and in the distance I'm hearing freedom ring.
Hello and welcome to the No Filter Comedy Show. I am your host, Bryan Kennedy. And now for our top story. You're gonna die! Die! Yes, you! Death! Sorry, just wanted to start our show like every news program does to get your attention, with their favorite four-letter F word, fear. Now, if sex sells, then fear sells more, and no one sells fear quite like our topic for today, the media. I know what you're thinking. The media? What is this, a Hanukkah special? Now, ever since the rise of the 24-hour news network, the line between news and editorial has become more blurred than a morning after memory of a date with Bill Cosby. Real journalists have been replaced with masters of misinformation like Don Lemon and Anderson Cooper. But fake news is like AIDS. It's not just spread by gay men. There's Mika and Joy and Hannity, Tapper, and Tucker too. Unfiltered news has taken such a back seat, pretty soon it's going to have its own separate drinking fountain. It's all about who can get us the info the quickest with the most buzzwords to make us click on it, like it, and share it. The news has become just another Kardashian. The only way to achieve this is to sensationalize it. And to hell with getting it right. That's old school. Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. If it bleeds, it leads, or as I like to say, if it bleeds, it's too old for Prince Andrew. They're all basically saying, hey, it's a scary world out there, people, but if you keep watching us, it'll be okay, because we'll tell you how to think, feel, and act. Come with us, and we'll show you the way. This isn't news. This is religion. And just like religion, you better fucking pick one if you want to be saved. They even have their own share of sexual predators. You remember Father Charlie Rose, Monsignor Lauer, and Cardinal O'Reilly? But unlike the Catholic Church, at least they didn't just get moved to another network. Now they get to finish their career in podcast purgatory. Now the media is no different than the preacher at the pulpit or those missionaries knocking on your door. You know what I'm talking about. You see him through the curtain coming up your driveway, so you jump behind the couch and you turn off all the lights and just pray that they'll go away. Or maybe you're like me and open the door with only a Stetson and a sock on and invite them in.
How you doing?
Now, for some reason, we welcome the missionary media into our homes every day to hear the good word, which is usually filled with COVID and brimstone. It's a little bit of truth and a whole lot of bullshit. It's like a shell game. They put the truth under one shell and the bullshit under the other two, and through sleight of hand and word manipulation, we fall for the bullshit every time. It's actually not so much that it's fake as much as it's skewed. We all love watching skewed news. Well, how do you like your skewed news cooked? Red or blue? Medium or middle-of-the-road news is not an option these days, and well-done news is actually very rare. You know, you may be thinking to yourself, but not my news channel, not my news source. Yeah, yours too. Because even when Reuters and AP News have bias, there's no escaping it. I feel like Nostradamus every time I turn on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News, because I know exactly what they're going to say about any topic before they even say it. They know their audience, and they pander to them. Now, we may think of each news source as red or blue, but I guarantee you, they only think in terms of another color, green. And these greedy bastards know exactly what side you're on and that you'll crawl right up to them and suck on their teat of information bias. But it's not just the professionals who are to blame. Thanks to smartphones and apps like Twitter and TikTok, we've all become the media too. Now, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, did it actually really fall? Of course it did, because someone caught it on camera and can tell you when it fell, the time it fell, and the unarmed black man it fell on. Now, speaking of social media, let's talk about the place where too many people go for their headline news. If Trump was tweeting it, Ingram is Instagramming, Schumer is Snapchatting, and Pelosi is Pinteresting it, then it must be true, right? Wrong. Social media is just that. Platforms for us to virtually socialize and share our own little cute, edgy, or badass opinions. At least the mainstream media is required to get their news from actual sources. Social media users get their news from a GIF posted by a gummy-gorging former college roommate. So all those photos and memes and words often typed out after finishing off a fistful of edibles with a bourbon chaser may only be about as factual and honest as that 15-year-old TikTok star coming at you from her stuffed animal-filled bedroom. Now, you're not hearing unbiased and fair reporting on social media. You may as well be listening to your gossipy neighbor give a full bitchy rundown of everybody on the block from her porch podium. The same people who realize they're not getting bipartisan views on news shows seem to be drinking the Kool-Aid while watching their favorite late-night talk shows. Night after night, their TV monitors glow blue with images of Colbert and Kimmel and a closer look, pushing the liberal agenda through a barrage of one-sided, anti-conservative jokes. While Fallon attempts to stay out of the fray by playing beer pong with the cast of Queer Eye. Meanwhile, Gutfeld is holding a conservative caucus while driving that little red train that could over on Fox. His audience digging all those Biden wet the Oval Office carpet jokes as he stands on top as the lone voice on the right in the late-night war of political humor. Kind of reminds me of when Pauly Shore became the king of the box office. So, I'm not saying don't watch any of these news outlets. All I'm saying is recognize them for what they are. Another form of entertainment. And you can even catch the new Broadway musical, Cable News, next season, where Sean Hannity will be played by Sean Astin and Anderson Cooper by Steve Martin. You'll be humming along as they tap dance their way through the Garden of Deception. Now, to be fair, Cable News is an awful idea for a musical, but it's still way better than this. So, remember, it's not news, it's show business. Mostly show, but all business. Because it's not really about the Democrats or Republicans or the left or the right. It's not even about facts and truth. It's all about the Benjamins. Because legacy media has been hijacked by billionaires and corporations who make sure the ad revenue drives the decision making. Broadcast news used to cost more to produce than the ad revenue it brought in. And according to its ratings, it looks like CNN is trying to bring that business model back. News used to be more of a public service. News divisions used to be money losers, like a bad Coke dealer in the 80s. They used to give it to us pure and uncut. Times have changed, but we still snort this news up like it's the good stuff. Little do we know it's been laced with fentanyl and quickly killing us all. But let's not end on a down note. Enjoy this adorable clip!
Skewed is quite profoundly the wrong word, Brian, my good man. No, for the American media, the proper word is skew-whiff. Oof. Belongs in the bin, it does. Wonky at best, your media. Walter Cronkite must be rolling in his grave like a pair of knickers on the spin cycle. All those blasted opinions on both sides. The conservative right, a bunch of red MAGA hat wearing balmy wankers, if you ask me. Now, where was I? The progressive left. Oh, don't get me started. A bunch of socialist, snowflake-loving, tree-humping, vegan, devouring pansies, really. You know, old boy, I really am quite glad our countries went our separate ways after your Revolutionary War, because all your presenters are a bunch of cunts. Yes, that's right. I said cunts. Is that too much for your religious right and your tie-dye wearing left to handle? Chauncey, bring the car around. Lord. And what is this? Is this high fructose corn syrup? Oh, you can't even spring for goddamn real sugar? It's not going to cut polar bears' nuts off, you know, real sugar.
Thanks, Brian. As you can see, it's raining hard here. Be careful on the roads because I am up to my knees in floodwater. If you pan with me to the right, you'll see that the streets are filling up with water. Oh my! I seem to have been blasted with water from an oncoming car. Remember, folks, be safe out there and fear the outdoors. I'm Anderson Anders, up to my knees in flood.
Bullshit! Oh, he's gonna be so screwed when this shit go viral on TikTok.
Hey guys, it's me, Brianna, and I'm here with No Filter Comedy in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and today we're talking all things media with passerbys on the boardwalk. So let's get going.
Fake news? Stuff that is coined by Trump.
Do you trust the media?
No.
Why not?
Don't follow it really.
No sites at all?
No, it's all fake.
Excuse me, sir, can I ask you a question for our YouTube channel? All right, thank you. Feel free to smoke. Do you trust the media?
To some degree.
Fake news is the imagination of a madman named Donald Trump. That's what fake news is.
Do you trust the media?
No.
Do you trust the media?
No, I do not.
Do you trust the media?
Your media, do I trust you? No.
Stay away from the media. You guys suck.
Do you trust the media?
Not really, no.
Do you think it has way too much power and influence?
Yes.
It's not black versus white. It's not left versus right. It's rich versus poor, right?
So do you agree that it's all clickbait? Do you trust the media?
Never.
Why not?
Because it's propaganda.
Honestly, not really. I would say I scroll on Twitter too much, and that's very detrimental because it depends on who you're following is how you get the news, you know, whichever site it comes through.
Do you trust the media?
No.
No?
It's all biased.
No media at all?
Well, unfortunately, at the end of every segment you'll hear, brought to you by...
And finally, Marilyn Monroe closed out the evening by singing Happy Birthday to President Kennedy. And that's it. Now, here's the weather with George.
Hi, I'm George, your meteorologist. We are here in the streets. Temperature has reached the negative digits and will reach double negative by tonight. I'm George, your meteorologist. Back to you.
Another woman has come forward today, alleging Bill Clinton exposed himself to her and propositioned her for sex. Allegedly. And now the weather with Steve.
Whoa, it's cold out here. It's 23 degrees right now, and precipitation will definitely be snow. Don't go outside. Don't be stupid. Stay inside. There's no need to come out. I sure wore extra layers. I'm Steve, your meteorologist. Back to you.
Double D porn star Stormy Daniels, known for her work in Beaver Snacks, Tit Happens, Big Busted Goddesses of Las Vegas, Everybody Loves Big Boobies, Dual Airbags, Porking with Pride 2, Let's Play Clit Hockey, and Operation Desert Stormy, was given $130,000 to keep quiet by Trump's lawyers, to not talk about the disgusting, no-condom sweaty sex she had with President Baby Dick Trump. Allegedly. Now let's check in with Raul with the weather. Raul!
Why you always have me out here in these goddamn freezing conditions? It's cold as heck out here. 39 degrees. We warn you folks. Go outside on your own will. Anyway, I'm Raul, and do not come back to me in the studio. I'll be in my car with the heat blasted. Whoo, get my heat pass.
This is Houston, contact with a test 1.
Houston, we've got a good picture of Steve.
Did you see the video I sent you on how they faked the moon landing?
Man, you can't trust everything you see on YouTube.
You know Hollywood with that green screen. You should watch it.
Well, I don't know about the moon, but the world is flat, and that's a fact.
Where'd you hear that lunacy on? Alex Jones?
Well, my cousin Janine's Tariq's sister nephew Bubba says Kyrie Irving said it on TV that the world is flat. So that must be true.
Why? Because he said it on TV?
No, because Bubba is a primary source.
How?
What they say when you're in school, only trust your primary source. And that boy Bubba, He is in primary school. First grade, I think.
So you think that a primary source is somebody that's still in primary school?
Well, what you think it is? What do you think it means?
I think you need to redo first grade.
Why? When I got Bubba. You slut!
Okay, stand by 13, we're looking at it.
Hey everybody, my name is Sean Duenas. I'm here with No Filter Comedy, and we're here on the Asbury Park Boardwalk, and we're going to be talking about media. You don't check the news, do you? Nah. When I say media, what do you think of? Social media, not even media. Who's part of the mainstream media? Have you heard that?
Let's see.
Do you trust the media?
Not fully sometimes, like certain things.
Do you follow the media? What's your favorite news source? If you could be a news anchor on any news station, who would you be? What news station would you be on? Fox 5. Fox 5. What would you report on?
Sports.
Do you watch the news?
No,
Why?
because I'm 16 and I don't really care.
Oh, you don't care?
No.
What if there was like TikTokers dancing on the news? Would you watch it?
No.
Okay, what if there was alcohol on the news? Would you watch it? The most attractive boy you've ever looked at was on the news, yes. Okay, cool. Any of these boys?
Yeah.
Oh, one of these boys.
And aliens would be sick because like they have like spaceships and shit.
Dr. Fauci's a mass murderer.
Who runs the media?
The dark side.
We are back live at the Washington Hilton Hotel, White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Anderson Cooper went to Kiev to cover the war in Ukraine. Unfortunately, all the men there were already taking it in the ass by the Russians. Anderson lost interest and left.
Tucker Carlson blows more white supremacist dog whistles than Stormy Daniels blows dicks.
Chuck Todd needs to shave that vagina off his face the same way NBC needs to shave Chuck Todd off Meet the Press. Anyone would be a better host. A dead Tim Russert would be better than a live Chuck Todd.
Hey, do you remember when Maria Bartiromo was the hottest newswoman on TV? Yeah, neither do I.
Wolf Blitzer. Everything is breaking news with this guy. Really? It's just a K-pop invasion. It's not a blitzkrieg, Blitzer.
And what can I say about Megyn Kelly? I really don't want to dig into her, because Roger L. did enough of that.
Ryan Williams is retired. Now he can do what he does best, writing fiction.
Sean Hannity has had many anti-gay views, which is surprising because he obviously loves kissing men's asses, mainly Donald Trump's.
Now, I like Rachel Maddow. She's the best-looking newsman on MSNBC.
Chris Wallace decided to leave Fox and jump into bed with CNN+. This relationship lasted less than Britney Spears' first marriage.
Watching Michael Strahan to get your news is about as ridiculous as getting football picks from Rachel Maddow. How many shows can one black guy be on other than Cops?
Lester Holt is here. Nice to see a Klingon make it in broadcasting. Was there affirmative action for Klingons at Syracuse University?
Don Lemon is with us today. Don's what we call a triple threat of underprivilege. He's black, he's gay, and he works for CNN.
George Stephanopoulos who? Oh, you mean the guy from My Big Fat Greek Wedding? That bit with the Windex was hysterical.
Can you believe they actually want to give Governor Andrew Cuomo an Emmy? How ridiculous is that? The only thing more ludicrous would be giving an Emmy to Chris Cuomo.
Greg Gutfeld has been the host of The Five, Red Eye, The Greg Gutfeld Show, and now Gutfeld. He's the unfunny white Steve Harvey of Fox News.
You want Joe Scarborough's opinion? Ask Mika. By the way, what cologne do you guys wear to dampen the smell of sex lather every time you leave the broom closet?
Between Laura Ingram's bleached blonde hair and being so in bed with the Trump White House, their code name for her was Stormy.
Tomorrow on Washington.
Anyone still unclear what cable news and social media do to your brain? Okay, last chance. This is your brain. This is CNN. This is your brain on CNN. This is Fox News. This is Facebook. InfoWars. MSNBC. This is YouTube. Twitter. TikTok. Newsmax. Instagram. Any questions?
Hey, it's cold out there, folks. A chilling 39 degrees. Don't go outside. I'm not even outside. I'm chilling at home. For some goddamn reason, the studio think I should be out there in freezing temperatures to prove to you that it's cold. Ain't it better if I prove to you that it's cold by being inside, that even I wouldn't be outside? Anyway, I'm Raul, your meteorologist. Back to you.